Hello, everybody. How about them apples? I was playing around today and I just made up that little intro. That's what you get when you've got idle time on your hands. I play around in my programs and make brand new intros. How is everyone on this fabulous New Year's Day? Ooh, child. It's been a little crazy today, and not in a bad, crazy way, but just a wee bit. Um, I slept in because I stayed up too late. Slept in this morning. Probably slept about half the day away, and so I've been like working diligently to get some stuff done. So that's why I'm so late. Now, as most of you guys know, though, the new moon is on January 2nd. Okay, 2022. We're gonna start the year off with a bang and start it with a new moon, and it is in Capricorn. The moon will be at its height or its zenith or its fullest of the fullness at 12:33 p.m. Central. That translates to 1:33 p.m. Eastern, 10:33 a.m. Pacific. And over in England, it will be at its zenith at about 6:33 p.m. over there, and you can go forward from there. I find, first of all, that this is very significant for this to start out this way. I can't remember in recent history, and maybe it's happened and I just don't recall, but it feels like this is really early for there to be a new moon already. Like, this is bright and surly. Okay, so happy New Year to everybody. Happy, happy, happy. Welcome to those that are in the chat. Hello, Rhythm Oliver. Hello and happy New Year, Karina and Warrior Girl. And hello, Mystical. Hello, hello, Melissa. Hello, Chanel. What we got here? All right. So, and those of you that aren't talking in the chat yet, and I know this is late and everyone's probably still doing whatever they're doing for New Year's Day. But hopefully they'll see it. We'll meditate tomorrow. I may throw together a crystal grid. I have no idea if that's called a midnight sun, girl. No, it's a new moon. It's all I know is when the sun and the moon are conjunct, it's a new moon. So I don't know about a midnight sun or anything like that. But the sun will be up here in the northern hemisphere. Well, it'll be up. It'll be high noon here. Anywhosenheimer, let's get to it, shall we? Before I forget, I want to just chat with you guys. Today did start. The New Human Summit did start today. Now, if you guys that may or may not have recalled, if you weren't here. course or 7-day meditation that is designed to help you release from the matrix. All right, guys. So feel free. It's completely free. Just go over there and do it. Um, and yeah, let's get started here. All right. Now that we've taken care of all the business, thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. And by the way, if you are seeing this, but you didn't get a notification, check and make sure that you are indeed subscribed, please. Check and make sure you are indeed subscribed, because I have been noticing that YouTube has been playing their little reindeer games again. And it seems like they are taking subscribers away. So, yeah. Is this the right one? Okay, good. All right, here we go. I'm going to be doing this kind of on the fly. I've looked at this chart a little bit, but not really in depth. Let me also turn this music down just a hair. All right, perfect. All right. As we are going to see up here, this is a pretty simple chart this month, guys. Honestly, this one isn't super complicated. You know, sometimes the devil's in the details. But what I'm going to tell you this time is the devil's in the squares, and in the conjunctions, and in the movement. So let's see what we've got going on here. Of course, we have our sun and our moon right here in Capricorn. Pretty early in the, it's within the, it's in the second decanate by this point of Capricorn. And it is trining. Let me undo this. It's trining Uranus. Pretty much dead on in Taurus. What does that mean for us? This tells me, and from the moon's perspective, or if you were born, remember these charts that I do, if you were born on January 2nd at 12:33 p.m. in Madison, Wisconsin, this is what your chart would look like. Now, your natal chart. So from this perspective, when I look at this and I see it trending, and remember, Uranus is still in retrograde, and that's going to be from the Earth's perspective in the first house, with the 9th house containing our new moon. This is giving us a fresh opportunity once again. I will say, not just an opportunity, because of the squares that we're about to talk about as well. This is literally like one more push, chance, make a decision, right? If things are not working the way that you have intended for them to work in your life, specifically in who you are in your first house, your id, who you are at your core, right? And what you possess, and what that translates, what that says to you, however it's feeding you, not feeding you, whatever. This is giving you this opportunity to review why you haven't gone down that path, what's keeping you from going down that path, and how you can finally overcome those obstacles. Let us not forget that the North Node and the South Node axes would have pretty much just changed at the time of this new moon. So not only do we have a new moon in Capricorn in the 9th house, personal philosophy, right? Higher learning, all that's where that's kind of on a, what that 9th house represents. It represents the culmination of, or the result of, all those things we were taught as a child and as a teenager, and now as a full-grown adult, How are we going to apply all of that and reapply it to our life currently? What are we going to do in order to satisfy that? What are we going to do? How we can now perceive and interact with the world today, how does that then interact with, or how is that changed by what we were taught? And is what we were taught and how we've heretofore believed and perceived and acted, does that need to change on a very foundational personal level? What is guiding us? What is ruling us? What thought patterns are ruling us? And should we be allowing them to rule us? These are all those philosophical questions that are being asked at this moment. And not only are those philosophical questions being asked at this moment, at this new moon, but now we've also got the North Node now in Taurus and the South Node in Scorpio. We spent the last year plus with it being in Gemini and Sag, and it's been a real interesting turn, right? It's been just really kind of super cool. Now we're getting into fixed earth and fixed water. It's still early. But what I'm trying to tell you is you are putting in motion at this new moon. You're putting yourself into a cycle. Not only that, we do have Jupiter that will have just entered into Pisces. That's 13 months roughly. So here's yet another cycle. All of this is converging. All of this is converging at one time. It's about a year or so, right? Year, 13 months. It's converging at once to basically say to you, are you going to actually go after your dreams? Now, I'm not saying you have to do it immediately, like tomorrow, right? But what I am saying is that you have got to set the intention and change your mindset, and not only change your mindset, recalibrate how you are grounded and integrated into the earthly realm, and what that means, and how you are integrated and grounded in the higher realms, in the higher dimensional thoughts. There is a level of grounding in fifth dimensional existence. It isn't just that we're grounded in the 3D and you got to be grounded. There is a grounding. And by that, I mean, it is a foothold. It is not only just a foothold, it is a foundational build. And you are now building your foundation on a higher frequency level. So, that being said, it's kind of like I live in a raised ranch. So across the street, some of you may have heard me tell the story. Across the street, there's the creek. And it's a pretty big creek that runs all through. It's pretty long. Anyway, historically, said creek used to, and yes, I'm from Wisconsin, because I say creek. For the rest of the world, it's creek. For me, however, it's creek. So, I'm sure some of you find that absolutely laughable. So anyway, let me, I can't see the chat, so I need to open this up on my phone. And bear with me one second, my channel. Okay, here we go. So anyway, okay, good. Now I can see the chat. What is that you're thinking about? I'm so sorry, I don't know. Oh, good Lord. Mystical, let's be on the lookout for these people that are putting these weird websites in there. They're trolls and bots, and they don't mean us any good. Cricket is all I'm thinking about. I don't know what that has to do with it. Hey, Happy New Year, Jen. Happy New Year. So anyway, there's this creek across the road, right? And so historically it has long time ago flooded. And so I'm not on a floodplain. However, they raised the ranch up, right? So it's still a ranch home. However, you have to take steps up in order to get into the main floor when you come into my home from the outside. What this is giving you an opportunity, when I say be grounded in fifth dimensional realities or in a fifth dimensional realm or thought or life, living, quantum living, I mean raising your vibrational set point or raise your ranch up, raise your house up, okay? So that instead of being way down here, you're up here. So instead of reacting in the way that you typically would, getting angry or this or that, just popping off, you're going to approach these things from a space of neutrality and alchemy and a higher vibrational level. Now, and I'm sure we'll talk about this in more as we go further, but this north-south node cycle, while this axis is going through, we're really going to have an opportunity to figure out how not to be offended by every damn thing that comes along and be able to discern what's of our highest good while not condemning people. Because I'm starting to see that. I mean, I've been seeing it, but it's getting on my nerves now. Literally getting on my nerves. Where I'm seeing people that are in leadership positions or way showers or whatever, and they're basically like, oh, I can't take it, so I'm just going to retreat. Like, I can't handle it. Or they get all offended, or they get like, people are asking questions. There's been a lot of people, and this is part of this too. There's been a lot of people that have asked a lot of questions because a lot of people have said a lot of things were going to happen by today, by 3 weeks ago, by whatever. And they're like, hey, this mess ain't happened. What in the world is going on? Well, we're still too far and away dependent, or really looking externally for something or someone to come in on a white horse and save us. It's not happening. You better get on your own white horse and get to work. That's what I believe this north-south node axis is helping us do. And we're kicking off the beginning of the year with, okay, great. Now we're in a brand new cycle. Begin to possess, right? Taurus, second house energy, possess. But this is an internal first house, like, who the heck am I? And what do I really have? If you're looking around going, what in the world do I really have? I've spent the last year, 2 years doing whatever, and what do I really have to show for it? Then this is your new moon opportunity to change. This is your new moon opportunity to set something new into place. This is your opportunity with Uranus in retrograde to review and reflect and then change. Because the other thing that we've got is we do have this lunar event also sextiling Pisces. I always do that. Neptune in Pisces. That's lovely, because what you should be doing, and I want you to meditate on this and seek this out yourself, is what is of my highest good. Review, reflect, then change. Yes, mystical. What is of your highest good? And really listen to what your higher self is saying to you. This is time for us to get into the mode and to the belief that we are not only just an aspect of a primary source or God energy, but that truly God does live within us. Why? Because we're a piece of God. That's probably going to piss some people off. I think I've lost like 15 or 20 subscriber. It's a little crazy. Probably because I'm saying a few things that some people may or may not like. But that being said, we're a piece of God. We are. And we're a child, we're a piece, we're an aspect. But if you continue to say that you're a child, you will always act like a child. You will always, oh, this is good. Wow, this just fell out. If you continue to, one of the dangers of continuing to say, well, I'm a child of God, you will continue to act like a child. You will continue to look to your parent for support, sustenance, and to supply your every need. That was never the intention. Hey, Anjanette. Happy New Year. The intention was that you would grow and evolve and become an adult. And through this third dimensional journey, you would remember who you really are from a higher dimensional perspective, and you would then start behaving as such and interacting with this simulated world as such. However, for a lot of us, that ain't happened. This is going to be an amazing opportunity for you to do this now. This is going to be an amazing opportunity while the North Node, South Node axis is Taurus, Scorpio, respectively, to release and then move into a new perspective, a new attitude, a new way of living. Now, with Neptune and Pisces still it's in the third decan, so it's going to be there for a little bit yet. An agreement with or sextiling the new moon, again, allow the cousins, right? This is a cousin relationship for this time, to talk and chat. Know that you at all times are connected to Source. You've chosen to live in the light. You've chosen to ascend. You've chosen to awaken. You've chosen to evolve higher, and not chosen to live in fear and wish to control or be controlled. Therefore, start acting like it. Now, and Jupiter's just kind of sitting off on its own. It's coming in like gangbusters. Jupiter does like to be in Pisces. Don't forget, Jupiter rules Pisces as well as Sagittarius. Before they discovered Neptune, Jupiter was the ruler of Pisces. So now we have both rulers home. We have the king and the queen home, if you will. We have Papa and Prince home. So this is going to be the year of you, the year of your dream, the year of your purpose, the year that you take your power back, and this starts that cycle. Now, let's talk about a few other things. I want you to grab that. I want you to hold on to that. Let's talk about something else. We also have Mars in Sagittarius squaring off Neptune in Pisces. The mutable signs. When I tell you that you may feel like you've aggressively got to do this now, this is why. This is higher energy. This is intuitive energy. This is spirit, esoteric, good ass prana, all that. Squared off with Mars in Sag, saying, what you gonna do? Are you going to finally get up off your butt and do something? Get up off that thing, right? You finally going to get up off that thing. This is going to be so visceral for you. Please don't turn my computer off. Okay. Yes, Gemini is wandering about. This is so visceral. And probably what I'm going to say is during this new moon season. Good evening, spiritual warrior. Can someone explain to spiritual warrior what a mutable sign means? I'm sure there may be one or two of my students in here that can explain what a mutable sign is. Hey, Marie. Hey, Jess. This is, I think everything that you're going to pay attention, probably today, and I would say for the next couple days, everything you're seeing probably in social media, no matter what platform, is going to be saying to you, do it, do it, do it. Follow your dreams, follow your dreams. Get out here, get in your purpose, get in your purpose, get in your purpose. Now. And they're all going to be inspiring you. People like myself are going to be talking about our journeys over the last however many years. And we're going to be inspiring you to step up and do it, to step up and take the reins, to step up and step in to your purpose, to step into your dreams. And we're going to be inspiring you to change. We're going to be inspiring you to create. We're going to be inspiring you to alchemize. We're going to be inspiring you to change your simulation you're living in. And squares to me are not a bad thing. It's a challenge. So are you going to stop punking? Are you going to accept the challenge? Are you going to accept the challenge? Or are you just going to kind of be like, oh, well, I'll just sit over here on the sidelines because I'm still just not sure. And I just don't think that I'm the one to be able to fulfill my dream. And I just can't see how in the heck it's really going to work. I just don't freaking know. So therefore, I'm just not going to say a darn word. And you know what else is helping in that problematic situation is Chiron in the 12th house trining Mars in Sag. So where, that 12th house is kind of this like mysterious, right, ethereal, illusionary house of mirrors, but it's house of depth. Aren't you just adorable? But I'm not going to touch you. House. And so you are reliving all those times where ish didn't work, where you it wasn't right. You followed what you thought was right and it wasn't right. Guys, come out, snap out of that. This is a challenge. What you do, how you operate in this new moon is going to set the stage for your entire 2022. What intentions you set are going to set the stage for the entirety of 2022. And not for nothing, here we go. Saturn is squaring Uranus. Saturn in Aquarius is squaring Uranus in Taurus. We will see continued worldwide, global, aggressive posturing. We will see global changes. This is setting us up for a new... If I put that together with this Pluto-Venus conjunction and Mercury just tapping into Aquarius all at the same time. Because remember now, Venus is still in retrograde till about the 16th, I think, or so. And then it's going to come direct, which means it's going to come back around and conjunct with Pluto again and retread these steps. There's a lot of economic change coming, guys. For some people, it's going to be very good. For others, it's not. It depends on how well you are able to communicate to the universe that you are tapped into what is good for the global, for the greater good. How are you going to look at the glass? Are you going to look at it half full or half empty? How do you look at your own personal change? Have you been fighting it this whole time? Have you been fighting every tower moment that you've had over the last 2 years, or just kind of basically quasi kind of into it? And I kind of dipped my toes in there, but I pulled out because I got scared. Are you continuing to make excuses? I know for some people this is really harsh, and I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm just telling you like I'm hearing it. You cannot continue to make excuses. You just need to make a way. You cannot continue to make excuses. Instead, you have to make your world what you want it. You have to alchemize. You have to think outside the box. In fact, some of you need to stop thinking and do more listening and hearing from on high what are the next steps to take on the journey. Some of you need to just step out on faith and say, I'm going to be doing this. This is my life. This is who I am. This is how we are going to conduct ourselves from here forward. And yeah. There's a lot of personal change, and we have had this personal change going on for quite some time now. And I feel like as Pluto is getting into the last few degrees of Capricorn and Venus is doing a tap dance over it, this is like, it's do or die. It's like, are you going to step into what you know you love, or at least try to figure it out? Or are you just going to sit there and say, well, I have this situation and this situation, and this hasn't worked out, and I thought this was going to happen by now, and I thought this was going to happen by now, and you never move. You never do not. Don't do that, babe. I know what she's about to do. She's about to hit me in my mouth with my microphone. You got to make a decision and stick to it. You gotta say, I know what my third dimensional life looks like, but I'm choosing today, and I'm setting my intention today to live this, to live the dream and go after it and take it and seize it and own it and be the emperor or an empress of my land, of my dream, and stake my claim. So either you're going to go after your birthright, or I'm telling you, you're going to get left in the dust and you're going to have to come back and do this again. Either on this planet or on another third dimensional planet. I can't put it any plainer than that. Like, this is the year of separation, and this new moon starts that off. It kicks it off with a bang. This is the year where the wheat and the chaff are separated. This is the year that, as they say, separates the boys from the men, the girls from the women. This is the year, we've already been seeing this. Higher dimensional, like those that are awakened, and lower dimensional, those that remain in fear and control. In the fear and control world, or in the higher love and light world and free will. The economies will split further. There will be an economy of those that are living higher dimensionally, an economy of those that are living in fear and control and seek to continue to be controlled. That's just reality. It's already happening. There is already the division. We are going to see governments do more saber rattling, as they say. I do see a massive change, though. This Saturn Uranus square, with where they are, where they're placed, and this Pluto, and man, with a loose trine, we're gonna have we're there. I'm on the lookout for major shakeup. I'm on the lookout for major ish happening. I'm on the lookout for people again to actively take back their autonomy and their agency. I'm not gonna say here what I think may happen, but I also feel like since most all of this activity is happening above the horizon, out in the open, there's going to be much more secrets revealed, and things are going to be made very plain as to why they what people have, especially people in power, have done across all, not just in government. The realities of people's dirt is coming out. And I've been saying this for a while, and we've been seeing it a little by little, but I feel like there's like some major scandals and shakeups that are about to happen. So be very, read in between the lines as to what's being said. This Mercury in Aquarius for the next few days, as this speeds on through, I feel like we should be having a Mercury retrograde soon again. As that kind of comes through Aquarius and gets right there close to Saturn, baby. Boom, 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 boom. Because Mercury can't hold water. What does Mercury rule? Gemini and Virgo. I love both. But my Gemini son can't hold water worth a dime or a quarter, child. He is a leaky bucket. If he, for overall important stuff, he of course keeps to himself. But for the overall part, for the majority of the time, that boy can't hold up. So expect the snitching. Expect the snitchy, the snitch to be happening. Exposure. Scandal, what we would consider scandal. I'm just going to say it's truth. And I do believe that there's going to be a lot of things. I mean, we're already starting to see that, but I feel like this veil is just getting absolutely ripped apart now as to the truth of a lot of matters. And what a lot of people have done, what they've told us, what they haven't told us. Look for new technologies to begin to already launch. I don't know if Starlink has been completely started. That's Elon Musk's. I know it was supposed to be online by now. Like widespread Elon Musk's like space internet. But look for more technology to come out. I would say this year, because I'm talking about 2022 just in general. We're going to have a greater understanding of how ancient technologies and how they were created and why. And I feel like some of these things, like the pyramids, in not just in Egypt, in other areas of the world, are going to begin to kind of come online. This is also giving me very first contact teas, if you will, friendly. There's going to be something that's going to pop off where it's going to appear not friendly or whatever. And that's going to be a big lie. And I'm not saying there's not friendly, there are not unfriendly forces. But what I do think is going to happen, just because I'm looking at this and I've been getting some downloads, is also, let's undo all this. Let me tell you something else that can happen with Jupiter being in Pisces for this year. These two, these two being in the same sign give me, people are going to feel as we continue on, I think some people are going to think or feel that there's going to be a return, a messianic return, a rapture, if you will, as well, this year. I think that some folks aren't going to trust the first contact that is made from as far as the kind of a galactic first contact, that group being friendly and positive, because it doesn't fit their narrative of their religion. It don't fit their narrative. So, but I think now that's just the general 2022. I probably should do 2022 predictions, but that's just the general one I see. But our openness to this, I believe, is being set forward here at the new moon. Okay. This, I will tell you, this little grouping right here, actually this whole thing, because Mercury's just this side of, will be just that side of Capricorn into Aquarius. So right now it's still in Capricorn as we're moving towards the new moon itself. It's hovering over. It's very cuspy, which makes it, as some of my friends say, very mixy. I think in the next 2 to 4 weeks, we're going to have some major economic news. Some of it will be bad at first, and then it should bounce back fairly quickly. But I do see that happening. And you can know that in the 3D. But when I'm looking at this, it's like this Venus retrograde with this Plutonian change, people like being greedy, right? I see the greed, right? I see we've been doing this under a cloak for so long, and now our greed is being exposed. So I would be doing precious metals if I were you, if you can. Gold, silver. I think I told you guys this before. Get real precious gems and not diamonds. I'm talking rubies, sapphires, right? And I'm not saying to run out and do that and to put it under your mattress or something. I'm just saying it's good to have a backup, okay? Other than that, that's about what I see here. So guys, what I will tell you, what you need to know for this go around, right? Let me put this up. What you need to know for this go around is this. This new moon, what I want you to set your intentions towards is, again, hearing from your highest good, hearing from your higher self, being in touch and in tune with spirit. I believe that I have already a crystal grid we've used before, and I think we're going to recycle it. And so, as a matter of fact, let me go to my site. Yeah. Let me go to my site and I will tell you which one we're going to use. You know what? We're going to reuse let's show you. Let me show this to you guys. I'm going to leave it up for dealer's choice. Okay. And I'll rename this the crystal grid for confidence and success. What we used last month for the new moon in Sag, we can reuse that one. Or, oops, let me go back. Or I am okay with the crystal grid for new beginnings as well. And the reason why I'm okay with this one is because, first of all, it's a little simpler. Second of all, we've got some celestite in here, some amazonite, some labradorite. That's really going to help us hear and be confident in what we're hearing. So I'm okay with either one. So we will put both of those links in the description box below. We'll put them both in there below, okay? All right. How long have I been on here? Oh, God, 50 minutes. All right. I'll take some questions if we've got any questions. The power that old world holds secrets that are hidden. Yep, exactly. Not 6ix9ine. They're going to have so much more interesting things than what 6ix9ine had to say. Does anybody have any questions that they want to ask? I can put this. I could stay on for a few more minutes, guys, and I got to finish up a couple things. You guys can click that link if you want, or you can type it in the chat, either one. So I want you to start. I'll probably link the new moon in Sag, so go back and use the new moon in Sag. That's probably going to be the better one to use, but you can also use the other one there. I saw a statement here. None of them knew that the acronym Bible stands for basic instruction before leaving Earth. That's very true. I feel like the problem is that the basic instructions were, you know, my favorite word is bastardized. They were, I've been doing some research on the lost teachings or hidden teachings of Jesus. And when I tell you, it's crazy. We will in 2022 be really talking about the Gnostics and the Gnostic books. So, all right. Okay, we're going to get on out of here then, guys. Thank you so much for being with me. I so very much appreciate it. This will be up ASAP Sally as soon as it gets done ripping. And we'll be with you tomorrow at 12:33. So I'll come on a little bit earlier, and we'll do our group meditation like we always do, right? We always do for the moons, okay? And then I don't want you guys to forget. So tomorrow evening as well, we're going to have our Sunday Soul podcast broadcast as well. I was going to have a guest, but I'm not sure that she's going to be able to make it. So what I am going to do is I am going to hopefully create my Matrix Resurrections video finally. So we'll be discussing that on the Sunday Soul podcast live after show. We'll probably do that over on Station Head after we're done here. Or we might do it here. Who knows? And then also Mondays. So every Monday is going to be Members Monday. So every Monday from here forward is going to be Members Monday. If you are a member here on YouTube, you can come and I'll do some quick reads for the members and we'll just chit chat about some stuff I can't talk about. And we'll get into some things, but I really would like to give you guys some readings and a little mediumship as well, okay? All righty. All right. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I want to thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing. Everybody have a great evening and Happy New Year. Namaste. Bye-bye.